God is very angry with you. This is the last time I'm flashing this on your screen. Don't test my patience. Listen this right now within 15 seconds or you alone will bear the full responsibility for what's about to happen. You are not reading this by accident, and you must not scroll away, because what I am speaking now carries weight that touches your life directly and immediately. I am calling your attention because you have been ignoring what I have already shown you, and this is the moment where everything shifts depending on whether you listen or walk away. I am not speaking out of hatred, but out of a deep urgency that comes from seeing where your current path is leading you. There is something ahead that can either break you or build you, and your response right now will decide which one it becomes. Stay with these words because within them is a warning and also a protection that you cannot afford to miss. Type 1111 to affirm. My anger is not like human anger that seeks to destroy without purpose, because everything I do is rooted in correction, protection, and truth. You have been drifting, making choices that pull you away from what I have already placed inside you, and I have been patient while you ignored the quiet signals I sent before. This moment is different because the silence has ended, and now I am speaking clearly so you cannot pretend you did not hear. There are consequences forming around the choices you have been making, and they will not wait forever for you to change direction. I am giving you this moment so that what is coming does not overwhelm you. You have been delaying what you know you should have already done, and every delay has added weight to your path. You felt the discomfort in your spirit, the quiet unease that told you something was not right, yet you pushed it aside and continued as if nothing was wrong. I saw every moment when you chose distraction over discipline, comfort over growth, and silence over truth. This is why my voice is stronger now, because gentle reminders were not enough to wake you. I am not here to shame you, but I am here to stop you before you reach a point where the consequences become harder to carry. Pause for a moment and feel the seriousness of what I am saying, because this is not ordinary. There is a window open for you right now, and it will not remain open forever. What you decide in this moment will either release a shift in your life or allow the weight you are carrying to grow heavier. You are not alone, and you have never been abandoned, but you have been resisting what would bring you peace. That resistance is what has created the tension you feel inside, and it is what I am addressing right now. If this is speaking to your heart, take a moment and show your agreement by tapping the like button so this truth can reach others who are standing at the same turning point. I am not asking you to be perfect, but I am calling you to be honest with yourself about where you are and where you are heading. You already know the areas where you have been careless, and you already feel the distance that has formed between you and the purpose I designed for you. This is not about punishment, it is about alignment, because when you are aligned, you are protected in ways you cannot fully see. When you step out of that alignment, you expose yourself to struggles that were never meant for you to carry. My anger is a signal, not a rejection, and it is meant to bring you back before harm reaches you. There are habits you have allowed to grow that are slowly weakening your strength, and you have noticed their effect even if you have not spoken it out loud. You have been telling yourself that you will change later, that you still have time, but time is not something you control. What you delay today becomes heavier tomorrow, and what you ignore now can become something that demands your full attention later. I am interrupting that pattern because I care too much to let you continue without warning. This is the moment where you choose to break that cycle. You are not being singled out to suffer, you are being called because you are chosen to rise above what has been holding you back. There is strength inside you that has not fully awakened yet, and it cannot awaken while you remain in the same patterns that are draining you. I see the version of you that you have not yet stepped into, and that is why I am speaking with urgency now. You are closer to change than you think, but only if you respond to what you are hearing. Ignoring this will not stop what is coming. but listening will prepare you for it. Type yes to affirm. There is something forming in your life that requires clarity, and without that clarity, you will feel lost in moments where you should be confident. I am guiding you now so that when that moment arrives, you will stand firm instead of being shaken. You have been asking for change, for direction, for something to shift, and this is part of the answer you have been waiting for. The answer is not always soft. Sometimes it comes with correction, because correction leads to strength. What I am doing now is strengthening you before the next chapter begins. You have been carrying thoughts that do not belong to you, doubts that have been planted through fear and past disappointment. Those thoughts have been shaping your actions more than you realize, and they have been pulling you away from the confidence you are meant to walk in. I am removing that influence by speaking truth directly into your situation. You are not as weak as you have felt, and you are not as lost as you have believed. You are at a turning point, and that is why this message has reached you now. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful, it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. Do not misunderstand this moment, because it is both a warning and a gift. The warning is real, and what is ahead will test you, but the gift is that you are being prepared before it arrives. Preparation changes everything, because what could have broken you will instead build you if you are ready. I am calling you to wake up, to become aware, and to step back into alignment with what I have placed inside you. This is not the end of your story. It is the correction that leads you into a stronger beginning. You have learned to live with certain compromises, telling yourself that they are small and harmless, but those small choices have been adding up over time. I am not overlooking them, because I know what they are building if left unchanged. There are things you have been avoiding not because you do not understand them, but because facing them requires courage you have been hesitant to use. You have felt the pull to step forward, to correct certain actions, to speak truth where you have remained silent, yet you have held back. That hesitation has created a space where confusion grows and where your confidence begins to weaken. I am speaking into that hesitation now, because it cannot continue if you are to move into what is meant for you. You are not meant to stay in a place where you constantly doubt yourself. You have also been carrying weight from the past that you have not fully released. Some of it comes from mistakes you made, and some of it comes from things that were done to you, but all of it has been influencing how you see yourself. You have allowed that weight to define your limits, to whisper that you cannot go beyond certain boundaries. That is not truth, but it has felt real because you have held on to it for so long. I am calling you to let go of what no longer belongs in your present, because it is blocking what I am trying to bring into your future. Type 222 if you trust God. You have been asking for change, but change requires movement, and movement requires a decision that cannot be postponed. I have been patient with your process, but there comes a point where waiting turns into delay, and delay turns into loss. You are standing at that point now, where what you choose will either open doors or close them. I am not forcing you, but I am making it clear that this moment matters more than you realize. You cannot keep moving forward while holding on to what is pulling you backward. There are people around you who do not see your full potential, and their limited view has affected how you see yourself. You have listened to voices that spoke doubt, even when you felt something deeper inside you pushing for more. That inner push is not your imagination, it is a sign of what I have placed within you. I am reminding you of it now because you have started to forget, and forgetting has made you settle for less than what you are capable of becoming. You are not meant to live under the expectations of others when I have already defined your purpose. You have also been distracted in ways that seem harmless, but have been slowly taking your focus away from what matters. Time has been passing, and you have not always used it in ways that strengthen you. You have filled your mind with noise instead of clarity, and that has made it harder for you to hear my guidance. I am calling you to create space, to step away from what clouds your thinking, and to return to what brings you clarity. Without that clarity, you will continue to feel uncertain even when direction is right in front of you. Type 777 to receive blessings. I see the effort you have made, even when it felt like nothing was changing, and I do not ignore your persistence. There have been moments when you tried to do better, when you made small adjustments, and when you took steps forward. Those moments matter, and they show that you are capable of change. But you have not fully committed to that change, and that is what has kept you from experiencing the breakthrough you have been hoping for. Partial effort cannot produce full transformation. There is also a part of you that fears what will happen if you truly step into your purpose. You have wondered if you will be able to handle it, if you will be strong enough, if you will lose certain things along the way. That fear has made you hesitate, even when you feel called to move forward. I understand that fear, but I am telling you that you are not being led into something you cannot handle. I am preparing you step by step, and this moment is part of that preparation. You are not being corrected because you have failed beyond repair. You are being corrected because you are still within reach of what is meant for you. If I had turned away from you, you would not be hearing this right now. The fact that I am still speaking means there is still time to change direction. Do not take that lightly, because not everyone recognizes their moment when it comes. You are being given clarity so that you can act before it is too late. There are doors that have not opened for you yet, not because they are denied, but because you are not fully ready to walk through them. Readiness is not about waiting. It is about becoming the person who can handle what is on the other side. I am shaping you, even through discomfort, even through correction, because I know what is ahead. You have been frustrated at times, wondering why things have not moved the way you expected. The answer is not rejection, it is preparation. You have been stronger than you realize, even in the moments when you felt weak. You have endured situations that could have broken you, and yet you are still here, still listening, still searching for direction. That strength is not accidental, and it is not temporary. It is part of who you are, and it is meant to grow as you move forward. I am reminding you of it now, so that you stop underestimating yourself. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work, just the right words? This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free, financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public, and now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. What you do next will determine how this next chapter unfolds. You cannot go back to the same habits, the same thinking, and expect a different outcome. You must choose differently, act differently, and think differently from this moment forward. That is how transformation begins, not in large dramatic actions, but in consistent, intentional decisions. I am calling you to make those decisions now, not later. You are not alone in this process, even when it feels like you are. I am with you in ways you do not always see, guiding you, correcting you, and strengthening you. But my presence does not remove your responsibility to respond. You must meet this moment with willingness, with honesty, and with action. This is where change becomes real, not just something you think about, but something you live out. Do not ignore what you are feeling right now, because that feeling is part of the shift that is happening inside you. It is waking you up, pulling you out of what has been holding you back, and pushing you towards something greater. You may not fully understand it yet, but you will see its purpose as you move forward. This is not a random moment. It is a turning point that has been building for longer than you realize. You are still here, and that alone tells you something important about your life. You were not cut off, you were not abandoned, and you were not left without direction. I have continued to speak because I see what you can become when you stop resisting the truth that has been placed before you. There is a shift happening within you, even if it feels uncomfortable, and that discomfort is not meant to harm you. It is meant to wake you, to bring you out of the state where you have been settling for less than what was prepared for you. There is a part of you that has been tired, not just physically, but deeply within your spirit. You have carried burdens that you did not always understand, and you have tried to push through without fully addressing what was weighing you down. That kind of endurance can only last for so long before it begins to drain your strength. I am addressing that tiredness now, because you are not meant to live in constant exhaustion. You are meant to live with purpose, with clarity, and with a strength that is renewed, not slowly taken away. You have been trying to handle everything on your own, believing that you must figure everything out without help. That mindset has created pressure that was never meant to be on you alone. I did not design you to carry your life without guidance, without support, or without connection to me. When you try to do everything alone, you disconnect from the very source that gives you clarity and strength. That is why you have felt overwhelmed at times, because you have been relying on yourself in places where you needed to rely on me. Type 1010 to claim miracles. You have also been holding on to control in areas where you should have released it. You have tried to manage outcomes, to predict what will happen, and to protect yourself from uncertainty. That desire for control has made you anxious, because you are trying to hold something that was never meant to be fully in your hands. I am asking you to release that control, not because I want you to feel uncertain, but because I want you to trust that I am already ahead of what you are facing. Trust is not passive, it is active, and it requires you to let go of what you cannot control. There have been moments when you felt close to change, when you sensed that something was about to shift, and then it seemed like everything slowed down again. That has made you question whether anything is really happening, whether your efforts matter, whether your direction is right. I am telling you now that those moments were not false. They were glimpses of what is forming. What you are experiencing is not delay without purpose. It is a process that is building something stronger within you. What feels like slowing down is often preparation that you cannot yet see. You have been comparing your journey to others, watching how things unfold for them, and wondering why your path looks different. That comparison has made you feel behind, as if you are missing something that others have already found. But your path is not meant to mirror someone else's, and your timing is not meant to match theirs. What I am doing in your life is specific to you, and it requires a process that fits your purpose. Comparison has been distracting you from what is actually happening within your own life. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. You have also allowed certain disappointments to shape your expectations. Things did not go the way you hoped, and over time, you began to expect less, so you would not feel that same disappointment again. That protection may have felt necessary, but it has also limited what you believe is possible. I am calling you to release those lowered expectations, because they are not aligned with what I have for you. You are not meant to live cautiously, avoiding disappointment, but boldly, trusting that what is ahead is still worth stepping into. There is something important you need to understand about my anger, because it is not something that stands against you, but something that stands against what is harming you. When I speak with urgency, it is because I see the full picture, including what you cannot yet see. I see the consequences that are forming, the paths that are opening, and the decisions that will shape what comes next. My anger is directed at the patterns that are leading you away from your strength, not at your existence. You are still valued, still chosen, and still protected, even as I correct you. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 19,547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150 million year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You have been given signs before this moment, small reminders that something needed to change, but you did not fully act on them. Those signs were not random. They were part of the guidance I was already giving you. This moment is a continuation of that guidance, but it is clearer, stronger, and harder to ignore. I am not repeating myself endlessly, because there comes a time when clarity must be met with action. You are now in that time where what you do matters more than what you think about doing. You may feel a mixture of emotions right now, some of it fear, some of it realization, and some of it a quiet sense of knowing that this is true. Do not push those feelings away, because they are part of the awakening that is happening within you. They are bringing you into awareness, helping you see what you may have avoided before. Awareness is the first step toward change, and you are already stepping into it by staying present in this moment. What you do next will build on that awareness. You are not too far gone, and you are not beyond change. No matter how long you have been in certain patterns, they can still be broken. What matters is your willingness to break them, to step out of what is familiar and into what is right. Familiarity can feel safe, even when it is harmful, and that is what has kept you in certain cycles. I am calling you to move beyond what feels comfortable and into what is necessary for your growth. Growth will not always feel easy, but it will always be worth it. You have been waiting for something external to change your life, something to come from outside that would shift everything. But the shift begins within you, in your decisions, in your mindset, and in your willingness to act differently. External change follows internal change, not the other way around. I am guiding you to make that internal shift now, because it is the foundation for everything that will follow. Without it, even the right opportunities will not bring lasting change. There is still time for you to respond, and that time is now, not later, not when things feel easier, not when you feel more ready, but now. Readiness does not come from waiting. It comes from stepping forward even when you feel uncertain. You will not have all the answers before you move, but you will gain clarity as you take action. That is how growth works, and that is what I am leading you into. Do not return to what you were doing before you heard this, as if nothing has changed. Something has changed because you have heard truth, and truth requires a response. Ignoring it will not erase it, and delaying it will not weaken it. You are now aware, and awareness brings responsibility. What you do with that responsibility will shape what comes next in your life. There are areas of your life where you have accepted less than what you know is right, and over time that acceptance has started to shape your identity. You have told yourself that certain things are just the way they are, even when you felt a quiet resistance inside you. That resistance was not weakness, it was awareness, trying to lead you toward something better. I am bringing that awareness back to the surface so you can no longer ignore it. You were not created to settle in places that slowly diminish your strength. You have also been dealing with internal conflict, moments where part of you wants to change while another part holds you back. That conflict has left you feeling stuck, unsure of which direction to fully commit to. I see that struggle, and I understand how exhausting it has been for you. But you cannot remain in that divided state, because it will continue to drain your energy without producing real progress. I am calling you to choose clearly, to stop standing between two directions and to move forward with intention. Type 333 if you trust his timing. There are relationships in your life that have influenced your choices more than you realize. Some of them have supported you, but others have quietly pulled you away from what is right for you. You have felt the difference, even if you have not fully acted on it yet. I am not telling you to turn away from people without wisdom, but I am asking you to become aware of what is strengthening you and what is weakening you. You cannot grow in the right direction while holding on to influences that keep pulling you back. You have been waiting for a sign that is clearer, something that removes all doubt before you take action. This is that sign, and it is being given to you in a way that cannot be misunderstood. I am not speaking in whispers now. I am speaking directly so that you can hear and respond. There is no need to search for another confirmation, because you are already being shown what needs to change. The clarity you have been asking for is here, and now it requires your response. There are thoughts you have been entertaining that are not aligned with who you are meant to become. Those thoughts have been shaping your behavior even when you are not fully aware of it. You have allowed doubt to sit in your mind, replaying past failures and projecting them into your future. That pattern has limited your confidence and held you back from stepping into new opportunities. I am calling you to reject those thoughts and to replace them with truth that builds you instead of breaking you. Type 888 to receive strength. You have been stronger than you give yourself credit for, even in moments when you felt like you were barely holding on. You have continued moving forward, even when you were uncertain, and that perseverance has kept you from falling into deeper struggle. I see that strength, and I am building on it now. But strength must be directed. It must be aligned with the right actions, or it will be wasted on things that do not move you forward. I am guiding you to use your strength in a way that produces real change. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a shift in your awareness happening right now, and it is opening your eyes to things you may have overlooked before. You are beginning to see patterns, to recognize what has been holding you back, and to understand what needs to change. That awareness is not accidental. It is part of the process that is leading you toward transformation. But awareness alone is not enough. It must be followed by action. You must take what you are seeing and begin to move differently. You have been questioning your direction, wondering if you are on the right path or if you have made mistakes that have set you back. I am telling you that even your mistakes have not removed you from my reach. What matters now is not where you have been, but what you choose to do next. You can still move forward, you can still realign, and you can still step into what is meant for you. The path is still open, but you must choose to walk it. There are opportunities that will come into your life, and they will require you to be ready, not just willing. Readiness comes from the decisions you make now, from the habits you build, and from the mindset you choose to hold on to. If you do not prepare now, those opportunities may pass without you being able to fully receive them. I am preparing you ahead of time so that when those moments come, you are not caught off guard. This is why I am speaking with urgency, because preparation cannot be delayed. You have been holding on to certain comforts that have made it easier to avoid change. Those comforts may feel safe, but they have also kept you in a place where growth is limited. I am asking you to step out of that comfort, to embrace the discomfort that comes with change, and to trust that it will lead you somewhere better. Comfort can keep you still, but growth requires movement. You cannot have both at the same time, and this is where you must choose. You are not being left alone to figure this out, even though it may feel that way at times. I am guiding you through every step, even when you do not see it clearly. There have been moments when you were protected without realizing it, moments when things could have gone worse but did not. That was not luck. That was my hand over your life. I am still watching, still guiding, and still leading you toward what is right for you. Do not ignore the seriousness of this moment, because it is not something that will repeat endlessly. You have been given clarity, and now it is time to act on it. Delay will only make things harder, and ignoring it will not make it disappear. You are being called to step into responsibility, to take ownership of your direction, and to move forward with intention. This is where your next chapter begins, and it will be shaped by what you choose now. You are beginning to see more clearly now, and that clarity is not something you should take lightly. It has come to you because you are being called to a higher level of awareness, where your actions and your choices must reflect what you now understand. You cannot return to the same way of thinking after this, because something inside you has already shifted. That shift is the beginning of transformation, but it will only continue if you allow it to guide your decisions. I am not just speaking to you, I am awakening something within you that has been waiting to rise. There are areas in your life where you have been operating on autopilot, repeating patterns without questioning whether they are helping or harming you. Those patterns have been comfortable because they are familiar. But familiarity does not always mean they are right for you. You have been moving through certain situations without full awareness, and that has caused you to miss opportunities for change. I am bringing those patterns into your awareness now, so that you can no longer move unconsciously. You are being called to live with intention, not by habit. You have also been dealing with moments where you felt disconnected, as if something was missing but you could not fully explain what it was. That feeling has not come from nowhere. It has come from being out of alignment with what gives you strength and clarity. When you are aligned, there is a sense of direction, even if everything is not fully clear. When you are out of alignment, everything feels uncertain, even when nothing has changed on the outside. I am restoring that alignment now by bringing your attention back to what matters most. Type 444 if you believe you are guided. You have been holding on to certain fears that have shaped how you respond to opportunities. Those fears have made you hesitate, overthink, and sometimes step back when you should have stepped forward. You have tried to protect yourself from failure, from disappointment, and from uncertainty, but that protection has also limited your growth. Fear can feel like safety, but it often becomes a barrier that keeps you from moving forward. I am calling you to face those fears, not with recklessness, but with trust in the guidance you are receiving. There are decisions you have been postponing because you wanted to feel more ready, more confident, or more certain before acting. That hesitation has kept you in a state of waiting, where nothing truly moves forward. I am telling you now that waiting for perfect readiness will keep you still longer than necessary. You are already capable of taking the next step, even if you do not feel fully prepared. Movement creates clarity, and clarity strengthens confidence, but both require you to begin. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance, Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You have also been influenced by what you see around you, by the expectations of others and the pressure to follow paths that do not truly belong to you. That influence has caused you to question your own direction, even when you felt something different inside. I am reminding you that your path is not meant to be shaped by the expectations of others. You have been given a direction that is unique to you, and it requires you to trust what you feel, even when it does not match what others are doing. Your journey is not meant to be compared, it is meant to be lived. Type 666 to break old cycles. You have been carrying responsibilities that have made you feel stretched, as if you are trying to hold everything together at once. That pressure has made it difficult for you to focus on what truly matters because you have been reacting instead of responding. There is a difference between being busy and being aligned, and you have been experiencing more of the first than the second. I am calling you to step back, to reassess what you are carrying, and to release what is not necessary. Not everything that demands your attention deserves your energy. There is also a part of you that has been waiting for reassurance, something that confirms you are on the right path before you fully commit. You have looked for signs, for validation, for something that removes all doubt, but reassurance does not always come before action. Sometimes it follows it. You must be willing to take steps even when you do not have complete certainty, trusting that clarity will come as you move forward. This is where trust becomes real, not just something you think about, but something you live. You have been shaped by your past, but you are not meant to be limited by it. There are lessons in what you have experienced, but those lessons are meant to guide you, not hold you back. You have carried certain beliefs about yourself that were formed during difficult moments, and those beliefs have influenced how you see your future. I am calling you to separate your identity from those past experiences, to recognize that you are not defined by what happened before. You are still being shaped, and your future is still open. There are moments ahead that will require you to stand firm, to make choices that reflect what you have learned here. Those moments will test your commitment, not in a way that is meant to harm you, but in a way that strengthens your resolve. You will be faced with options that pull you in different directions, and you will need to choose based on truth, not comfort. What you decide in those moments will show whether you have truly embraced this shift or not. I am preparing you now so that you will not be caught off guard. You have been given strength, but strength must be used with wisdom. Acting without thought can lead you into the same patterns you are trying to leave behind. I am guiding you to act with intention, to think clearly, and to make decisions that align with what you know is right. This is not about rushing. It is about moving forward with purpose. Every step you take should bring you closer to alignment, not further away from it. You are not being left to figure this out on your own, even though you must make your own choices. I am with you in every step, guiding you, correcting you, and strengthening you as you move forward. There will be moments when you feel uncertain, but uncertainty does not mean you are alone. It means you are stepping into something new, something that requires growth. Growth is not always comfortable, but it is always necessary for you to become who you are meant to be. Do not allow this moment to pass without responding to it. You have been given clarity, and that clarity must lead to action. If you ignore it, you will continue in the same patterns, facing the same struggles, and feeling the same frustration. But if you respond, if you take what you have learned and begin to apply it, you will start to see change. That change may not happen instantly, but it will happen steadily, and it will be real. You are moving deeper into understanding now, and what you are beginning to see cannot be unseen. I am not repeating myself without reason. I am reinforcing what must take root inside you so that it does not fade when this moment passes. There have been times when you felt inspired, when something within you awakened for a short while, and then slowly you returned to old patterns. That cycle has kept you from fully stepping into change, and I am breaking that cycle now by speaking with clarity that stays with you. This is not meant to be temporary awareness. It is meant to become a lasting shift in how you live. There are parts of your life that have been built on unstable ground, choices that were made without full awareness or without alignment with what you knew was right. Those choices may have seemed small at the time, but they have shaped the direction you are now walking in. I am bringing this to your attention not to condemn you, but to show you what needs to be rebuilt. You cannot build something strong on a weak foundation, and that is why correction is necessary. What you rebuild now will carry you into a more stable and purposeful future. You have been trying to move forward while holding on to things that belong in your past, and that has created tension within you. You have felt it in moments of hesitation, in times when you knew you needed to let go but chose to hold on instead. That tension is not something to ignore. It is a signal that something is out of place. I am calling you to release what no longer belongs in your life, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. Letting go will create space for what is meant to come into your life next. Type 999 to embrace change. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, cleared debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful, ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have also been dealing with moments where you felt unseen, as if your efforts were going unnoticed or unappreciated. That feeling has caused you to question your value and to wonder if what you are doing truly matters. I am telling you now that nothing you have done with sincerity has been ignored. Every effort, every step, every attempt to move forward has been seen, even when others did not acknowledge it. Your value is not determined by recognition from others. It is rooted in who you are and what you are becoming. There have been times when you doubted whether you were capable of handling what lies ahead. You have questioned your strength, your ability, and your readiness for what you feel is coming. Those doubts have slowed you down, making you hesitate when you should have been moving forward. I am reminding you that you are not being led into something beyond your capacity. You are being prepared step by step, and this moment is part of that preparation. What you feel now is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you are growing. You have been influenced by your surroundings in ways that have shaped your thinking more than you realize. The voices you listen to, the environments you stay in, and the habits you repeat have all contributed to the mindset you carry. Some of those influences have supported your growth, but others have limited it. I am calling you to become aware of what you are allowing into your life, because it directly affects how you think and how you act. You cannot expect different results while staying in the same influences that have held you back. Type 111 if you choose alignment. You have been given opportunities before that you did not fully take, moments where you sensed that something was important but did not act with full commitment. Those missed opportunities have taught you something, even if you did not realize it at the time. They have shown you what happens when you hesitate, when you delay, and when you allow doubt to take control. I am bringing those memories back to your awareness so that you do not repeat the same pattern. This time, you are being given clarity before the opportunity arrives, so you can respond differently. There is a deeper level of discipline that is being called out of you now. Discipline is not about restriction, it is about consistency, about choosing what is right even when it is not easy. You have had moments of discipline, but they have not always been sustained. I am calling you to strengthen that discipline, to make it part of how you live, not just something you use occasionally. Consistency will build the foundation that allows you to move forward without constantly falling back. You have been waiting for motivation to carry you, but motivation comes and goes, and it cannot be relied on for lasting change. What you need is commitment, a decision that you will continue even when you do not feel like it. Commitment creates stability, and stability allows growth to take place over time. I am guiding you to move beyond relying on how you feel and to start building a steady pattern of action. This is how real transformation happens, not in moments of inspiration alone, but in consistent effort. There are moments ahead that will test what you have learned, situations where you will need to choose between what is familiar and what is right. Those moments will reveal how much you have truly changed, not in what you say, but in what you do. I am preparing you for those moments now so that you are not caught unprepared. You will recognize them when they come, and you will have the strength to respond differently. This is how your growth becomes real, through the choices you make in those situations. You have been protected in ways you do not always recognize, situations that could have gone differently but did not. There were moments when things could have taken a worse turn, but something held them back. That protection has been part of your life even when you did not notice it. I am reminding you of it now so that you understand you are not moving through this life without guidance. You have been watched over, and you are still being watched over now. Do not take this moment lightly, because it is shaping what comes next in your life. You have been given clarity, and that clarity must lead to action. If you return to old patterns, you will experience the same results, but if you move forward with what you have learned, you will begin to see change. That change will not always be immediate, but it will be steady and real. I am calling you to remain aware, to stay aligned, and to continue moving forward with intention. There are still layers within you that need to be addressed, parts of your thinking that have not yet fully aligned with the truth you are now hearing. You may feel like you understand, but understanding must move deeper into action before it becomes real. I see where you hesitate, where you second guess, and where you still hold on to old patterns out of habit. Those habits did not form overnight, and they will not disappear without your effort. I am guiding you to become aware of them so you can begin to replace them with something stronger. You have been holding on to certain beliefs about yourself that are no longer true, but they have stayed with you because they were repeated for so long. Those beliefs have shaped your confidence, your decisions, and the way you respond to challenges. You have told yourself that you are limited in certain ways, that you cannot go beyond certain boundaries, and that you must stay within what feels safe. I am telling you now that those beliefs are not aligned with who you are meant to become. You must release them if you want to move forward. Type 555 if you are ready to grow. You have also been dealing with moments where you felt discouraged, where progress seemed slow, or where results did not match your expectations. That discouragement has made you question whether your efforts are worth it. I am reminding you that growth is not always visible immediately, and progress does not always come in ways you expect. What is being built inside you is often more important than what you see around you. If you remain consistent, the results will follow, but you must not give up in the middle of the process. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There are choices you are making daily that may seem small, but they are shaping your future more than you realize. Every decision, every action, every thought you entertain is contributing to the direction you are moving in. You cannot separate small choices from big outcomes because they are connected over time. I am calling you to become intentional with those choices, to stop moving without awareness, and to start living with purpose. Purpose is not found in one moment. It is built through consistent decisions. You have been trying to avoid discomfort, choosing what feels easy instead of what is necessary. That avoidance has kept you in a place where growth is limited, because growth often requires stepping into discomfort. I am not asking you to suffer without reason, but I am asking you to accept that discomfort is part of change. When you face what is difficult, you build strength, and that strength prepares you for what is ahead. Avoiding discomfort may feel safe, but it keeps you from becoming who you are meant to be. Type 1313 to claim breakthrough. You have been given moments of clarity before, but you did not always act on them with consistency. Those moments were opportunities for change, but without action, they did not lead to transformation. I am giving you clarity again, but this time it must be followed by commitment. You must take what you now understand and begin to apply it in your daily life. This is where change becomes real, not in what you hear, but in what you do. There is a deeper level of responsibility that you are stepping into now. Responsibility is not a burden. It is a sign that you are ready to carry more, to handle more, and to become more. You have been given the ability to shape your path through your decisions, and that ability comes with responsibility. You must choose wisely, act intentionally, and remain aware of where you are going. This is not something to fear. It is something to embrace, because it means you are moving forward. You have also been holding on to certain distractions that have taken your focus away from what matters. Those distractions may seem harmless, but they have been consuming time and energy that could have been used for growth. I am calling you to remove what is unnecessary, to create space for what strengthens you, and to focus on what truly matters. Focus is what allows progress to happen, and without it, you will continue to feel scattered and uncertain. There are moments ahead that will require you to stay firm in your decisions, even when you feel tempted to return to old habits. Those moments will test your commitment, and they will reveal how much you have truly changed. I am preparing you for those moments now, so that you are not caught off guard. You will recognize the choice when it comes, and you will have the strength to choose differently. This is how your transformation becomes real, through consistent decisions over time. You have been stronger than you realize, even in times when you felt weak. You have continued moving forward, even when it was difficult, and that strength has brought you to this point. I am building on that strength now, shaping it into something more stable and consistent. You are not starting from nothing. You are continuing from what you have already built. That foundation may not be perfect, but it is enough to move forward from. Do not allow doubt to take control of your thinking, because doubt will try to pull you back into old patterns. You must recognize it when it appears and choose not to follow it. Doubt is not your guide. It is something you must overcome. I am guiding you toward clarity, toward confidence, and toward a direction that aligns with who you are meant to become. Stay focused on that direction, even when doubt tries to distract you. You are not alone in this process, even though you must make your own decisions. I am with you, guiding you, correcting you, and strengthening you as you move forward. There will be moments when you feel uncertain, but that uncertainty does not mean you are without guidance. It means you are stepping into something new, something that requires growth. Trust the process, trust the guidance you are receiving, and continue moving forward. You are still walking through this moment, and what is unfolding inside you is not something to ignore or treat lightly. I am continuing to speak because the change that has begun must be carried through to completion. There have been times in your life when you started to change, when you felt a shift in your thinking and your actions, but you did not stay with it long enough for it to fully take root. That is why I am pressing this deeper now, so that what is forming within you becomes steady and lasting. This is not a moment to visit and leave behind. It is a direction you are being called to live in. There are still areas within you where resistance remains, where part of you understands what needs to change, but another part is hesitant to fully let go. That hesitation comes from familiarity, from the comfort of what you already know, even if it is not good for you. You have built patterns that feel normal, and breaking away from them requires effort and intention. I see that resistance, and I am not ignoring it, because it is one of the final barriers between you and the growth you are being led into. You must face it, not avoid it, because avoiding it will only keep you in the same place. You have also been holding on to certain regrets, moments where you wish you had made different choices or taken different paths. Those regrets have stayed with you, influencing how you see your present and your future. You have wondered if you have missed your chance, if certain opportunities are no longer available to you. I am telling you now that your path is not closed, and your future is not determined by what you did before. What matters now is what you choose to do moving forward, because that is what will shape what comes next. Type 1414 if you release the past. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful, it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There are decisions ahead of you that will require clarity and courage, and you are being prepared for them right now. You will be faced with choices that challenge your old habits, your old thinking, and your old comfort. In those moments, you will need to remember what you have learned here and act on it. You cannot rely on what feels easy. You must rely on what is right. Those choices will define the direction you move in, and they will show whether you have truly embraced this change. You have been searching for stability, for something that feels secure and steady in your life. You have wanted to feel grounded, to know that you are moving in the right direction. That stability does not come from external circumstances alone, it comes from alignment within you. When your actions, your thoughts, and your purpose are aligned, you begin to experience a deeper sense of stability. I am guiding you toward that alignment now, because it is the foundation for everything else you are seeking. You have also been dealing with moments of doubt that have made you question your ability to move forward. Those doubts have been rooted in past experiences, in times when things did not go as planned. You have allowed those experiences to shape your expectations, making you cautious and hesitant. I am calling you to move beyond that hesitation, to recognize that your past does not define your future. You are not the same person you were before, and you are capable of making different choices now. Type 1515 to step into purpose. You have been given insight into what needs to change, and that insight must now be followed by action. Insight without action will not produce transformation. It will only create awareness without progress. You must take what you now understand and begin to apply it in your daily life. This is where change becomes real, where your actions begin to reflect the truth you have received. It may not happen all at once, but it will happen if you remain consistent. There are distractions that will try to pull you away from this path, things that will seem appealing but will lead you back into old patterns. You must recognize them for what they are and choose not to follow them. Distraction is one of the ways you have been held back before, and it will try again if you are not aware. Stay focused on what matters, on what strengthens you, and on what moves you forward. Focus is what will keep you aligned with the direction you are being led in. You have been given strength, and that strength must now be used with intention. It is not enough to have the ability to change, you must choose to use that ability. Every decision you make is an opportunity to move closer to alignment or further away from it. You must become aware of those decisions and choose wisely. This is where responsibility becomes part of your growth, not as a burden, but as a tool that shapes your future. There will be moments when you feel tempted to return to what is familiar, even when you know it is not right for you. That temptation will come because change requires effort, and effort can feel uncomfortable. You must be prepared for those moments and choose differently when they come. This is where your commitment is tested, not in what you say, but in what you do. Staying aligned requires consistency, and consistency is built through repeated choices. You have been protected in ways you may not fully recognize, moments where things could have gone differently but did not. That protection has been part of your life, even when you were not aware of it. I am reminding you of it now, so that you understand you are not moving forward alone. You have been guided, corrected, and strengthened, and that will continue as you move forward. Trust in that guidance, even when you do not fully understand it.